The more I look into the missing Cassie Carli case, the more I'm thinking that her ex right here is proper dodgy. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef, the nerdy alternative, and welcome to another dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the true crime story of the day that's pretty much caught me eye. And this one is an ongoing live case. Cassie Carli, missing mother. She is still missing. No one knows where she is. And the more I look into this, the more I'm thinking, did she send those texts? Her ex is proper dodgy. What's going on? I'm going to break it all down for you. Before I do so, though, a little bit of housekeeping. Firstly, YouTube human reviewer, I see you lurking. I ain't going to be saying any trigger words. They're going into immense detail. And for everyone else awesome enough to click on this video, hi, welcome. If you love true crime daily, served with a little bit of sass and gobbiness, which is basically this, right? Then make sure the next thing you do is smash the hell out of that subscribe button. Like, share, comment, all of that good stuff. And let's jump into it, shall we? So, authorities, they have interviewed him. His name is Marcus Spanivello. Hopefully I pronounced that right. And so they've interviewed him. She was last seen last week on Sunday, which was, of the date of this, around about the 27th of March, looking at my calendar here. Now, in regards to that, the detectives travelled to Birmingham, Alabama on Wednesday this week, located Marcus Spanivello and his daughter, Saylor, 3 days after the girl's mother, Cassie Carli, vanished in Navarre, Florida, located more than 260 miles away, so quite a way away there. Now, Carli's car was located the day before on Tuesday in Navarre with a purse inside, raising concerns for her well-being, which, to be fair, I can absolutely appreciate because, in all honesty, my purse goes everywhere with me. I do not go out without a freaking purse. So, alas, without a purse, definitely get some alarm bells ringing there, to be fair, you guys. Now, Santa Rosa County Sheriff Bob Johnson said during a press conference on Thursday, adding that there'd been no activity on the missing woman's phone or the credit card since last Sunday. Now, here's the ex-boyfriend, which in my opinion, conspiracy theory or whatever, the more I'm reading into this, the more I'm thinking, dude is looking a little bit sus. All right. Johnson said that the detectives still do not know if Cassie Carli has been a victim of a crime, but she is considered to be missing and endangered. And Spanivello, very, very important here to note, he ain't been arrested or charged. As of the recording of this video at the very least, right? Now, in terms of the situation, how it all came about, so Carli had arranged to meet up with Spanivello to exchange custody of the daughter around about 7 p.m. in the parking lot of Juanita's Grill at Navarre Beach. Her father, Andrew Carli, told the Daily Mail that before going, she told him, "I'll be right back." And then she never came back, which that's gotta be like chilling and haunting to the bone. Like, I'm gonna be coming back, and then she doesn't come back. Like, oh, not good. Now, Andrew Carli said that Spanivello is a narcissist, described him as a narcissist, and that he had a turbulent relationship with his daughter after their split. Okay, so Spanivello had a turbulent relationship after he and Cassie Carli split. The father claims that prior to her disappearance, Cassie Carli had obtained a court order compelling her ex-boyfriend Spanivello to pay her $6,000 in child support. I'm sorry, but this is just generally speaking, right? If you have kids, you gotta freaking pay for them, right? It's as simple as that. It ain't like they're gonna get jackets just for free, you know what I mean? You've gotta look after your children financially, whether you're together with the mother or not, or together with the father or not. It can work both ways. Freaking pay for your child. Oh my goodness. So many people in the world don't do that. And I understand sometimes there are circumstances and you physically can't do it. But if you've got the freaking money, pay up and look after your child financially. Boom. I may be naive, but I just see it as simple as that, right? Anyways, the dad also said that Spanavello would not take his calls or answer his text messaging asking about Carli. So, ding, 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 alarm bells. Father be like, hey up, what's going on with Cassie? What's going on? You know, not seeing her, not hearing from her, this, that, and the other, and he don't respond. He could have just responded, turning around and saying, well, hell's if I know, do you know what I mean? But no response whatsoever. Sus all day long. Her younger sister, Rhiannon Carli, who lives in North Carolina, told NBC's Dateline that Cassie and her ex typically met at a Walmart located in Destin, halfway between Navarre and Panama City, where Spanavello lives. Now, for an unknown reason, they decided at the last minute to change their meeting place on Sunday. Second point where it's like, this is proper sus here. If you've always met at freaking Walmart, then why all of a sudden are you changing your meeting place? Nearly 4 hours after Carli went out to pick up Saylor, a father with whom she lives in Navarre received text messages from his daughter's phone telling him that she was having problems with her phone and her car. Now, we're going to get onto that in a moment, but it's very, very telling. Did she actually send those texts? Hold on to that question. Now, Andrew Carli said he don't believe that she sent those texts. Of course, as we all know now, unfortunately, Carli never made it home that night and she's still missing. The following day, when her father came home from work, discovered that his daughter had not returned. That evening, nearly 24 hours after her last sighting, Carli's father contacted the authorities and reported her as missing. Santa Rosa Sheriff's deputies located Carli's vehicle, as we mentioned on Tuesday morning earlier on this week at Navarre Beach, but at this moment, Cassie Carli, nowhere to be found. However, a purse is discovered inside, which again, that's just alarm bells as well, because as a woman, like I said earlier on, you go out with your purse, your purse has got everything in it. Like, do you know? So, for her not to have a purse on her, that is major alarm bells. Carli's friend, Sam Graves, who organised a search party in Navarre on Tuesday, told Where-TV that Saylor's father, whom she identified as Spanavello, falsely claimed that he had brought Cassie to Graves' house after she freaked out on Sunday. Alarm bells, alarm bells, alarm bells. Why is he lying about that? Why is Spanavello lying about that? Andrew Carli, Cassie's dad, called those claims BS, arguing that Spanavello never even met Graves. So how can Spanavello turn around and say that he had brought Cassie over to Sam Graves' house when Cassie's dad's turning around and saying Spanavello is talking absolute shiz here because he'd never even met Sam Graves? Like, oh my goodness, this is proper. This is why I'm saying the more you look into this, the more I think the ex Spanavello is looking proper dodgy as hell of all of this. Now, Graves said that Spanavello is a Brazilian national and that he had previously basically made a notion that he was going to take the child, Saylor, out of the country. She also alleged that the man was not very nice, although Spanavello has not been charged with any crime related to Cassie Carli. Graves grimly remarked that said that all indicators are pointing to a worse scenario ending, which is horrifying. You always have hope when it comes to missing persons cases that the missing person is gonna be found, you know, alive and well. So there's always hope, always hope. However, Sergeant Richard Alloy with the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office said officials do not suspect foul play at this time and they are actively looking for Carli. Again, always hope. Carli had just started a new job at the nearby Eglin Air Force Base the day before. Her sister said Carli told her that her first shift went well. So, you know, she starts a new job and, you know, her first shift went well, you know, she's on the up and up and now she's pretty much wiped from existence at this point. We don't know where she is. Like, this is... Carli said that her sister is in great physical and mental shape and is known for a fun and outgoing personality. Carli is described as being 5'5" and 150 pounds with blue eyes and blonde shoulder-length hair. She has a mole on her right cheek. Guys, this is what Cassie Carli looks like. If anyone has any legitimate, no trolling, guys, legitimate information to help the authorities, I will have their details in the description bar below so you can contact them. Again, legitimate information, guys. No trolling. No trolling. Now, the text message. Father's already said he don't believe it was from Cassie. So, let's go into that a little bit more. Did she actually send those texts? So, Carli, the sister, has also said she doesn't believe that Cassie sent the final text messages. And her cell phone is yet to be located. So, they found the purse, but no phone inside the purse. Well, where's the phone, right? Is it with, Cassie? Or is it with someone else? Okay, so they're saying we still are trying to locate Cassie's cell phone. Her purse was found inside of the vehicle, but we still cannot locate the cell phone. The most important thing we're looking for is her phone. We do know that was not in there. Now, the sister previously told Fox News Digital that Cassie felt extremely unsafe around her daughter's father, Spanavello, and further explained on Friday this week that her sister had previously warned them about the man. Now, again, further alarm bells about this dude that just makes him completely sus. The sister says, just in general, with a relationship with him, it has always been she has had some fear of him. He's always controlling and tried to be manipulative, and she had some fear of him in the past and what he's capable of or planning maliciously towards her. She added, we always had a red flag on him, always, and her as well. She wanted to remind us, if something happened to me, it's him. Now, this kind of gives me proper shivers down my spine because if anyone remembers, that's still ongoing at the moment, the Moab double homicide case, right? Justice for Kai Cry. Now, they both said in a text that they were at this campsite situation in Moab, and there was this dude that was proper, like, dodgy looking, this, that, and the other, and they texted something along the lines of, something happens, there's this dude here, you know what I mean? Absolutely like a foreboding kind of text that they sent. And then the other thing that kind of my mind goes back to in terms of this situation is in regards to the text, if you think about it that way, Brian Laundrie. Yeah, and Gabby Petito. So Gabby Petito allegedly sent those final texts, right, to her mother, but it's transpired that maybe it was Brian Laundrie that sent those text messages instead. Do you know what I mean? So maybe, right, my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, if Cassie Carli hadn't sent these texts that we're going to be talking about now, who could have sent them instead? And my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, is at the moment, I think it's Spanavello. Now, again, it's very, very important to stress he hasn't been charged or arrested for a thing at the moment. But to me, he's looking well dodgy and suspect, right? So Rianne said Cassie had always kept close contact with their father, whom she lived with, and the rest of the family, and was never one to just disappear. But on Sunday evening, she told her dad she was running out to pick up a 4-year-old daughter, Saylor, from the child's father's custody and never returned. Rianne previously said Cassie usually tried to meet Spanavello at public locations, but that he had recently been changing the meet-up spots. Why? Why is he changing them? What's he trying to do? What's he, and these are just questions, trying to allegedly hide, you know? Before she left for Juana's on Sunday, she poked her head into her father's bedroom at the home they share. Now, These are the text messages that we can see here. So it says here, I'm sorry, car was acting up and I broke my phone. Marcus is working on it. I will stay at his place tonight. He's paying me money to do some stuff around his house. Are you in PCB? No, the screen is jumping all over the place. Let me see if he can get this fixed and I'll call you. Now, those are the text messages that allegedly Cassie had sent. However, the family are turning around and saying, no, we don't believe that these messages are from Cassie. And you know what? I don't think so either. My opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, I don't think so either. So Rianne said, when it came time to pick Saylor up, my dad was in his room about to rest and she was just kind of popped in. Hey, Dad, I'll be right back. I'm just running to grab Saylor. Now, as we just went through those text messages there, Cassie's father went back to sleep, but the family are now doubting those messages even came from Cassie. They're explaining that that's just not how Cassie would talk or speak. We totally do not believe that was Cassie responding in those messages. She would never ever take up any offers from him like that to stay with him or help him or anything. First of all, without telling us or considering with us. So that's not like her at all. So Bob Johnson, the Santa Rosa County Sheriff, has said that, there's at least 10 detectives working on the case at the moment. He said investigators believe Spanavello was the last one to see her that they're aware of. They are intent on speaking with him again, but they would not discuss Spanavello's recollection of the events. Now, this is the thing, right? You've got a missing mother, Cassie Carli, who's missing. You've got the ex-boyfriend who, of all intents and purposes, is the last person to have seen her at this stage, right? They find a bag, but there's no phone inside. These text messages are being sent, but now the family are like, well, hang on a minute, that's not how she would talk. And that phone was not with the purse, the bag that they found, right? So was it Cassie Carli that sent those text messages, or was it someone else? Now, in my opinion, conspiracy theory or whatever, I think it was someone else. Now, let's take it one step further. Spanavello, right? Cassie has said, according to the family, that, if anything happened, keep a beady eye on that dude. And, she was not happy with him. By all accounts, he was manipulative, controlling, and by all accounts, looking at these articles that we've gone through, limited contact, meet in a neutral place for the handover of the child, all that malarkey, right? So why would she text the family back saying, oh, well, I'm staying over at Spanavello's, helping out with some chores or whatever, this, that, and the other. If anything, someone like that who is potentially, let's say, a monster, do you really want to be around them for that long, or do you just want to get away as soon as possible? Do what you need to do and then get away. For me, I'd do what I need to do and then get the hell away. Do you know what I mean? But if they're meeting in a neutral place, why then is she going back to his house anyway? They met in a neutral place every single time, handed over the child, and they went their separate ways. So why didn't they go their separate ways this time? It's all freaking just does not make sense at this stage. And as far as I'm concerned, my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, Spanavello at this stage is suspect numero uno. What do you guys think after all that? Do you think she sent those text messages, or do you think someone else sent those text messages? If you think it was someone else, who do you think? Sound off with your opinions, with your gobs in the comments down below. And if you love this and you love true crime on the daily, served with a little bit of gob and sassiness, which is basically that, right? Then the next thing you need to do, no matter what, is smash the hell out of that subscribe button. Like, share, comment, all of that good stuff. And until the next time, you guys, laters.